So this weekend I'm going camping for my 43rd birthday, and my wife bought me marshmallows to make s'mores. I haven't had a marshmallow since I started my diet over a year ago. They smell amazing. And I'm so excited. But I'm also equally as excited for today's video. But before I get into it, if you like what you see, please consider subscribing to the channel. It does help me out greatly. Monster Hunter Wilds' second free title update brings fierce new monsters and more on June 30th. I'm pretty excited for this. If you didn't get a chance today to watch the Capcom Direct, they featured 4 games, one of which was Monster Hunter Wilds. As you know, that is my game of the year. I love it. I play it. I continue to enjoy it, and I'm excited for all the new wonderful things coming out. This is PlayStation Blog's take on it, but if you're curious, you can watch the entire Direct. The Monster Hunter Wilds section was about 10 minutes in length, but we're just going to go through some of the highlights, all right? So, title update 2, we knew this was coming. It's going to include 2 new monsters, and I say new to Monster Hunter Wilds, but not new to Monster Hunter, one of which came out during Monster Hunter 3 and one of which came out during Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. It is, I'm going to say these names wrong. I know it. Legaia Cruz. Now, Legaia Cruz is cool because it's an underwater monster. So some of the fight takes place on land, obviously, kind of like in the shallows, where, you're kind of like on the periphery of the map where there's like the ocean. It's going to take place out there. But then it showed some combat where you're actually swimming underwater, and you were using your grapple to like a grapple gun to like pull into it to stab it up close. You were also dropping some rocks on it to do some environmental damage. They said it won't be open, swinging, free combat underwater. That wouldn't make much sense, but there will be an underwater element to it. And it looks really, really, really cool. The fact that you're going to basically fight this monster on land and then a little bit in the sea. The cosmetics for it and everything looks awesome. And when you hit rank 31, you'll get a new quest, and that's how you're going to go ahead and fight this dude. The other monster they announced is Cerajos. I thought it was Seregios, but the way they pronounced it made it sound more like Cerajos. You can comment in the comments. That's where you would comment, right? You could leave a comment below and tell me if I got the name wrong phonetically. This is a wyvern with like giant feet. And the thing that they talked about, which was really cool to me, was they said they were looking to make a monster that wasn't so two-dimensional. You think about Monster Hunter, the rule is kind of like what? Hit him in the butt, right? You kind of get around the back. The monster kind of slowly turns around. You kind of circle around with them. They said this monster flies and does diagonal attacks, which makes it a little more unique. That'll be available for Hunter rank 31 and above. Both armor sets look insane. I'm going to get them all. Both the Palico armor looks great. I'm very excited for this. I love the fact that we're getting new monsters added into the pool, and I'm looking forward to taking them down. They're also adding in tempered variants of that as well, which is really, really cool. And I don't know what order this blog post goes in, but there's some more Uber monsters coming later. They're also adding layered weapons. So layered weapons lets you use the look of any weapon while keeping the stats and abilities of another. So basically, you're going to have to get to the end of the weapon tree to craft the final weapon. Once you have that weapon layer will be available, which is really, really cool. If you have the crafted weapons, it works the same way. Once you get to rarity 8, you'll be able to use them as well. So the nice thing is you don't have to feel like, man, I really like the stats of this weapon, but I don't like the way it looks. We're getting into the Elden Bling. We're going to be able to customize our character a little bit more, and I'm all for it. I'm still a sword and board guy, so it's just going to be a different shield for me, but there's a really cool flail that I love, and I would love to be able to use a flail, but not with the flail stats. So I'm very, very excited for that. Another cool thing, minor quality of life. I wouldn't even say quality of life, but a cool thing that they're adding is you don't have to have Alma anymore if you don't want to. You can actually have Eric now join you as your handler, which is really, really cool. If you're like me, you just spent a bunch of dough on the Alma Street Fighter skins, so I'm not sure how much you're going to want to change her out, especially if you did the side quest where you get to collect new glasses for her. But Eric, I'm sure, will get his own set of cosmetics, and it might be nice to have somebody jump out into the fray that isn't Alma. So I'm excited for that as well. If you're a single player like me, and none of your friends joined you, how dare you? You're going to have a new support hunter that joins the fray, which is Mina. Mina's going to have sword and board. She's going to join it. And now when you select which support hunters you want, you can actually collect them. Instead of just getting the ones you got, you can actually select. Like if you only want 1, 2, 3, if you want Mina, if you want Olivia, you could pick who you want, which I absolutely love. It doesn't probably mean a lot to people who play with friends. And of course, all the content they're showing is all these cool things with your friends. I have been playing this game for over 300 hours. This particular variant of this game alone, I can't even tell you the amount of hours I logged in World and Rise alone, but I'm excited that I'll have support hunters to join me and I get to choose who they are. So thank you, Capcom, from solo players such as your boy. I am very, very excited for that. I don't particularly care for photo mode. I don't use it, but they're adding some new filters to photo mode, some new effects, and they said they're going to continue to refine photo mode. So if you're somebody who likes to get that perfect shot of you doing some cool action scene, well, you might enjoy some of the new filters that are coming your way. They're also doing a new festival. This will be the Flame Fate seasonal event. This festival is going to add in a bunch of new armor, gestures, decorations, pop-ups, everything. So they're trying to do these seasonal events where they change the grand hub. This one will be no different. It's going to run from July 23rd to August 6th. They're going to have special meals dedicated to the event and some new limited edition stuff to collect as well, which is cool. Starting on the 30th, they're adding the Arc-Tempered Uth-Duna, which will be basically like the Uber version of the monster. That quest is going to run for about 3 weeks. You're going to be able to get the new Gamma variant armor and your Palico armor set as well, but you got to be HR 50 or higher. So this is like an endgame challenge for endgame players to go off and get some of the best armor. I love the Arc-Tempered fights. They are so much more different and engrossing and epic than the regular fights. So I'm sure I'll be grinding this quite a bit as well. And then the one thing that really kind of like shocked me, I didn't even know this actually happened, but they're doing a crossover with Fender guitars. So apparently a couple months ago, they actually created a real Fender guitar as a Monster Hunter. I think it was a Rathalos crossover where you could buy a Fender guitar that actually had the Rathalos like art style on it. Yeah, here it is, the Rathalos Telecaster. They're adding that to the game. So the really cool thing that they showed off in the Capcom Direct, they actually mocapped a real guitar player playing it. So like the fingers where they should be on the strings is actually where a real guitar player would pluck the strings to make the notes that sound like what the guitar is going to sound like. So we'll actually play you a song in the game, which I think is really, really cool. They showed off all the mocap for the Palico dancing and the character dancing you're going to be able to rock out. That's going to be a free quest that doesn't come out until August through September, but it'll be a special event that gives you the Telecaster. And of course, it shows all the players jamming out, having a little mini concert there in the Grand Hub. Again, if you're a solo player, I will be doing a solo performance, and that's okay. I'm very excited. And then a slew of DLC. There was some really, really cool DLC. If you pre-ordered the cosmetic pack too, this is all the stuff you're going to get. If not, you could buy it a la carte like me. And then they also had, I guess they're not showing it here, they also had a bunch of new effects. I saw butterflies. I saw this little bird that walks behind you. I saw different balloons. So most of us right now probably have the fairy because that's kind of like the only thing you could get. You get that fairy that floats behind you. Soon we're going to be able to add more stuff to our hunter. I'm stoked for all of it. I want that little bird. It doesn't even look like it runs at the same frame rate as you. It almost looks like a little puppet. I don't care. I'm excited. I want it. And then, of course, just wrapping up with the roadmap here. Basically, everything I talked about is starting to drop on the June 30th. And then they're trickling it out through September. And then they said in late September, they will have additional information on a new event, the Festival of Accord, and a new monster. But that's not dropping until late September. So this is still a lot of content for us to chew on. I will definitely be doing a live stream of it when I get back from my travels. So stay tuned for that. We'll start chewing through the content together. We'll definitely do some of the new hunts on the new monsters. We'll check out all the new fun stuff. So come back for that. I'll stream that. We'll post that on YouTube and have a good time together. But yeah, lots and lots of really, really good stuff. I'm very, very excited. Some quality of life improvements, some weapon balance improvements. I think this game is amazing. I can't wait to play it. and I will be back soon to play it all with you. That'll wrap up today's video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please, please, please take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful weekend. And until next time, I will see you guys on the other side. Bye-bye.